Community Farm is a social enterprise, so we're not for profit. Our mission statement is to reconnect people with where their food comes from, and that can be any people, that can be adults, it can be children. Everyone eats, so everyone we believe needs reconnecting with their food. So our veg box scheme, we supply anywhere between, it sort of changes over the year seasonally, but it can be anywhere between 300 and 400 veg boxes. As far as veg going into the veg boxes, we do about 6-7 different types of veg box, a medium and a large of all the veg boxes, and they will range from purely field veg in one box type through to sort of a completely international selection of fruit and veg in the biggest box type.
We first heard about the community farm when we were at a food fair in Bristol, and they had a stall there, and we were explaining about that was when this community farm was just being set up, explaining about what they were doing. And at that time we started to have a veg box from them, from their veg box scheme. And then we started coming to the community farmers days, which they hold. They hold those every so often throughout the year on a Saturday, where people can come along and spend the day on the fields helping out. And then in January this year I was able to take early retirement, and so I wanted something to do to fill my time, and so I decided I'd volunteer and come over here.
I do quite a lot of walking in the countryside, and it started to get a bit boring, and I was like, I don't really feel that connected to nature, even though I quite like it. I just seem to be walking through the countryside and not actually achieving anything. So I was thinking, how can I interact with the countryside in a different way? And so I thought, why don't I try farming? At the moment I go twice a week. I used to go every day at the start of September for a couple of weeks, but less now because I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing, applying for jobs and things.
On a Wednesday, usually start at 10 o'clock, and that's on a Wednesday it's at the warehouse. And what do we do? Basically, the first thing we do is actually put all the boxes out which need to be packed. So we assemble the pallets, then we prepare they've got a conveyor belt system down, a very sort of just rollers, manual, we push things along, but we prepare that, we put all the veg out behind that, and then we're involved in actually packing the boxes. So that's weighing up the veg and putting in them, helping to, we help prepare the veg. If anything needs bagging up before it's packed, we do that.
We speak to the field team a week before, and they tell us what's coming up for the next week. And so the field team can pick the produce from the field and bring it down here, and we assemble it into boxes. Market. What a great day that is. Yes, we pick and prepare everything for the farmers market on a Friday, and we start very early on a Friday morning. We head over there, unload, set up, and then wait. Well, we don't wait because people start coming straight away. Yeah, it's a really busy, vibrant day in the market. from there, which is helpful for us, and it's also getting the farm out there on a different stage, really. We're meeting more people face to face, which is different to the box scheme side of things. Meeting customers on a weekly basis and can get people more involved in the Bath area in the project from there.
For me, it's actually helped me to appreciate different ways of growing things. That because I suppose initially when I started growing things at quite a young age, I was sort of, when I was in my 20s, I always sort of had a little veggie plot when we had a house, and I always used to use non-organic fertilizers and things like that. And now I'm tending to sort of look more at different ways of actually growing stuff. I'm tending to sort of try and sort of use the methods they use here and sort of grow my veg at home.
I guess I've learned a bit about veg growing and how complicated organic farming is, or can be, to get it right. I've learned about myself a lot, because when you're picking vegetables you've got your own mind and not much else.
I think it's really important for people to be able to learn about where their food comes from and to actually get back in touch with the food doesn't just appear on supermarket shelves. That, you know, there's a whole process behind the production of it, and I think that will help people to actually sort of perhaps appreciate sort of food more, and maybe not waste so much, and that actually, you know, if a potato's got a few marks on it, you can actually cut those off and use the rest of the potato, not put the whole thing in the bin.
We're facing an uncertain future, I think, with energy, basically, which the whole food system is run on. Food needs to be increasingly localised, and this kind of thing, no one can prepare fully for what could happen or the future, or any sort of outcome can't be predicted accurately. But the more this kind of thing is developed, then the more secure a local food supply could be. Yeah, if something terrible happened tomorrow, we're still relying on oil heavily here and unsustainable energy inputs. So we're looking at ways that we can reduce that, change that, find solutions to that. We're thinking about that now, not when it happens. So if we can be proactive in that area and find some solutions and identify where there's holes, then at least we're stronger than if it just happened tomorrow and we hadn't done anything.